Hello, this is Ashee from Crafting with Ashee and welcome to this video. Thank you for joining me today. Today we are going to be making this card, and this is of course a card making tutorial. I love it. This uses the Artful Amaryllis bundle and it uses mainly the dies, and I've used it here in a slightly different way. It still looks like an amaryllis, I think, but at times also well it reminds me of a poinsettia, so you can tell me which you think it looks more like. And I love how it's turned out with all the different petals and the reds and the golds and the greens. I think it just looks very beautiful and Christmassy. So let's get started. I'm going to bring in my silicone mat because we're going to put together our petals. And I'll show you the die set. I've done all the die cutting already to save some time. This is the Artful Amaryllis dies here, and there is a matching stamp set. If I can find it, it's this one here. So you can stamp and colour in or two-step stamp your amaryllis. I've got a number of videos already up on my channel showing how to use the stamp set, so do check those out. I'll list them at the end of this video as well. So that's that. So let's start, as I said, to make our little amaryllis. Now I've done all my die cutting already and I've got all my bits here in my little tray. So I'm going to use fine tip glue. So I'm going to use my Tombow and I'm going to start to put together some of these flowers. Okay, so let me show you the dies that I've got first. We have 4 of these. Now they look similar, but they're not, so you need to make sure that you have the 2 different types, which we do there and we do there. Then we have this flower that I cut out. That one I've already done, so let's ignore that one. We have this flower like that. And let's see what other bits we've got. We've got that one there. We should have another one like it there. Then we have a few of these pieces, which I didn't actually use all of these pieces here. These are like little extra layering pieces that you can use, and I'll show you. And those are all my red pieces. The rest I've done in gold. So let's start off with this. So I'm going to have 2 different pieces here to make my flower. And I'm going to put just a dot of glue in the centre. There we go. And then because it is wet glue, you do have a little bit of wriggle room, so you can manipulate the flower as you want it to be. So I'm gonna keep going around until I like it like that. You choose how you want it to look, and I'm going to do exactly the same here on this one as well. You can see each one has 3 petals, so I'm overlapping them I should say. Those will do for those 2. Then I have this one here. Now I'm going to add a little extra petal, and I'll see which one I want to add. I want it to look a bit fuller, so I'm going to add there. So I'm just going to put a dot of glue again at the bottom there. No, well, maybe a little bit more than that. That'll do. And then I'm just going to layer that behind as I want. And this just helps to give it a little bit more definition. You can curve these petals if you want to make a really full flower. I don't want to, because I don't want it to be so full and dimensional when I've got to put it through the post. But if you want it to look fuller, you can indeed. That's the beauty of sets like this. There's no right or wrong way to put the thing together. It's really up to you how you want to do it. So we've got those. Might not use both of those. Then we've got these 2, and I used these 2 together. And I used this just in the centre here too. I wanted it to look a little different. But as I said, there's no right or wrong way to do it. Other people have put it together differently. I've seen videos online, and really, I'd say to you again, play. Don't be afraid of putting it together and then thinking, I don't like that, I'm going to change it. It's just paper. So there's no right or wrong way. With a lot of card making, most of card making, there's no right or wrong way to do something. It's whatever looks good to you, and everything is a learning experience. It's just another way to be creative, so I wouldn't worry about that. Okay, so I've got all my pieces there. I'm just going to move them aside a little bit. The reason being is that I'm going to bring from underneath my black craft mat here, and I'm sorry for the funny angles and the noise. Some of my craft paper ends up with glue on it, however hard I try. I have a bit of scrap here, and I'm going to use this for some inking. So I'm going to get my red and also my green blending brushes, which are these ones here, and I tend to use, this is the pink one. I don't know why I picked up the pink one. I need the red one. There we go. I tend to use the small ones because I just find them easier for me. And then I'm going to ink it in the matching colours. So I'm going to have a look here. This is real red and old olive that I need. So I'm going to start off with real red. And you don't have to do this, but I like to do this. It just gives, you could use the sponge daubers here as well. I think it just gives everything a little bit of extra definition. Things don't look so flat. I'm just going to add some colour around the edges here. Just around the edges. You can't see it so well maybe on camera. I don't know how the camera's picking up. It does sometimes struggle with things like this, but just like that, as Tommy Cooper would say. Okay, so move those away. I'm not going to use these two bits. I'm going to bring in my foliage. So that was one, and I cut this out twice. I cut all of the dies out twice, as I said, so nearly used all the dies on this page here. And I'm going to go in now with my green. And this is old olive, because this cardstock is old olive, so I'm just doing some very simple tone on tone colouring. Okay, lovely, easy peasy. Set these aside as well. Stick this back underneath my self-healing mat so no one can see. And now we're ready to assemble our card. Yes, not quite. Let's do our little gold accents next, I think. So I've got these tiny little flowers and also these pieces here, and I cut these out of gold foil cardstock. And let's see, what have I got? I thought I had more than that, but anyway, we'll use what we have. I'll check in a second. I thought I'd cut this out twice, but maybe I haven't. We're going to stick one in the centre, and then I'm just going to use here one there. Give it a good press down so it'll take. And I'm going to do the same here again. Good press down so it takes. And I think I'm going to do one here. Not sure if I use that one, so I'll set it aside for now. Okay, good press, and then it will take. Okay, so let me just see if I can find that flower. found it on the floor, so that was lucky. So one bit of glue there, and I'm actually going to just use it this so it's easier. This is your take your pick tool. Okay, oops. See, I pulled it up without pressing it down and it doesn't take, but then it does when you press it down. Okay, so let's start to build our card. First we're going to do a little bit of stamping, so we need, sorry for the squeaks, we're going to need a scrap piece of basic white cardstock, and this will do fine. We're going to need a block, and we're going to be using the Snowy Wonder stamp set. We're going to use the word here, Season's Greetings. So, okay, my stamps are trying to escape. We won't let them. Okay, use your grid paper to line everything up, and then we're going to stamp in real red ink. Lovely, set that aside just to dry while we put the rest of the card together. Move all of that away. Now our card base is real red. It's the standard 80s card base. That's an A4 sheet cut in half and then folded in half. And then I've got a piece of the Forever Plaid Designer Series paper. That's going to go forever. Start again. I've got a piece of basic white that I've put through the Forever Plaid 3D embossing folder. I'm going to put this on the outside. And then for the inside I'm going to take another piece of basic white, and you can see here I usually take a full pack of basic white and cut it down to my standard mats, and then I just keep it, for the moment I'm just keeping it in this little tub, and then I have them all cut up and ready, and I don't have to do it every single time, which is very useful. So one time I spend about 20 minutes, half an hour in front of the TV cutting up my cardstock, and then I have it for ages. I know some people take it to places to cut. Where I am, it's not so easy. There just isn't anywhere to take it, so I just do it myself. Okay, so let's start to assemble our flower. So let's put down our pieces here and see where we want them to go. And let's just see. I thought I did have another piece here. Yes, I do. Okay, so let's put these down in some sort of position. I'm just going to use a little bit of glue, not a lot. And then this one. I need to make sure I don't make everything look too symmetrical, because I don't think it looks so good. So let's have it like that. Let's have this one coming out the top. I'll do things slightly different to last time. And then we'll have this one coming out of here as well. A bit like that. Okay. Make sure that will take. And then I am going to pop some of these up on dimensionals. So I'm going to use my baby ones here, or mini dimensionals as they're called. And I'm going to put one. I'm going to put my big flowers in first, and then I'll tuck in my smaller ones. Okay, let's have a look and see. what we want here. So let's put a bit of glue here. I'm trying so hard not to splodge out too much glue, but my glue, I'm always getting towards the end of my glue, it feels like, mainly because I don't want it to you try to use every bit. Like most crafters, you don't want to waste anything. So just put some glue down on my craft mat and do it that way. And then the last piece here I'm going to use again. And I'm just going to put that there, hold it down. Yeah, I think that looks okay. Don't know about you. So let me clear up. I'm going to cut my sentiment out using my trimmer, and I'll see you in a second. Okay, so I cut out my sentiment using my trimmer, and I backed it on a scrap piece of gold foil. And I'm just going to put it along the bottom here to cover the base of my stems. Isn't that cute? And then we're going to just embellish with some of these real red and white peppermints, which I think are absolutely glorious. I love these. So let's decorate with a few of these. And I've got 2 packs of these because I absolutely love them. They're just so cute. And there are the 2 cards. I hope you like it. If you did, I'd be grateful if you could give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that notification button. If you want more information about the project, the supply list, the measurements, etc., you'll find it all on the blog post on my website, and you can find the links to that in the description box below. You'll also find there all my social media links, like my Facebook group where I host a monthly online card club, so do come and check us out. Thank you again, and until next time, enjoy being creative. Bye.